Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be your weekly twin flame messages. Just before we get started, I want to give you guys an idea of the energies that we're working with before I start pulling the oracle and the tarot cards. First of all, we do have the Virgo new moon this week. We also have Mars retrograding, and we also have Venus, a square between Venus and Uranus, okay, to shake things up. So for those of you that don't know exactly what that means, or you need a little refresher, this Virgo new moon is all about self-love, self-mastery, and self-care. All of that's being really brought into focus. In the backdrop of the energies, we have Mars retrograding until November 14th. So we're in a period of refining, purging, and upgrading around conflict and separation programming. So separation programming is about that binary, us versus them, me, that feeling of not being connected, not being in union, not being one with source. Okay, it's sort of an us versus them. It's that polarity. So we're really being pushed to purge issues around survival, abundance, fear, the self versus other, blame and anger. So it can be a really challenging time. And many of you who have been communicating with have been feeling some of these challenges. Virgo season is traditionally focused on service and purification and learning. So right now we really have this beautiful laser focus on what needs to be done, and then we can make a really clear map of how we need to get there, okay, in our love lives or even just in our regular lives. This Virgo energy is about sensibility and helps us get things done, okay? And especially with your love life. You're supported in resolving relationship issues at this time, okay? Or issues having to do with love. So this energy is ideal for really pinpointing the debris, energetic baggage and detritus that's kept your connection in anything than less than ideal conditions. And and it's about really taking action on lifting yourself to a higher state. Okay, and we also have a square between Venus and Uranus, which is really going to shake things up. And something unforeseen can make you feel like the rug is being pulled out from underneath you. This transit is really going to be pushing us to stop being rigid in our approach to love, and it's going to really help us release and clear old programming that's kept us stuck. So for many of you who are really feeling stuck, this is your chance to rise into a higher, more harmonious connection. All right, and for those of you who are in separation, remember doing that soul work. All right, you're working, even if you're not in union, doing that soul work, you're working on their soul and helping this connection grow. So something right now is really working to break open your love life. Okay, and so that might not feel so great for some of us. Uranus rules. Uranus is about. It is about social media, okay, and it's really going to be how social media creates challenges within your connection. So what's going on in love right now, whether or not you're in union or separation, may not be exactly what you want to happen, but it's what you need. So if that sounds a little bit scary, it's this whole idea of breaking things down, cracking things open so you can allow more light in. Okay, so basically this week we're really being challenged to rise into a higher state, whether you're in union or you're in separation. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some messages for you guys and see what's going on here. Whoops, we have peekers. All right, messages for my twins, for my twin flame connection this week. Messages for twin flame connections. first message is, I just have to do something else right now. Please try and understand. I got spooked. All right, and then we get, I feel safer in the silence. Okay, so I'm really picking up here on, there is a little bit of fear. And this really might have to do with something that you see on social media. It may be something that you misinterpret in a message if you guys are communicating online. This could be that you are in separation. This is something that happened between you, but somebody was, one or both of you were really triggered, okay, by something somebody said or that you read. And I'm really picking up on this being on social media. Okay, whether it's true or not, somebody's alarm bells went off, and I feel like there's fear here and getting hurt. All right, so I feel like this is the message from your person. All right, you guys, but feel free to swap the energies. I just have to do something else right now. Please try and understand. So this makes complete sense with this Virgo new moon energy, really highlighting the need for self-care, really highlighting the need for self-love and self-mastery. And, although Virgo is the sign of service, it is all about getting yourself right physically, mentally, and having this laser focus on what you need to improve when it comes to work, when it comes to love, when it comes to your health. So I feel like your person right now is really focusing on bettering themselves, okay? Which is a beautiful thing, because what you guys do, whether it's you or your person, but in this connection, healing and doing this work raises this connection to a higher state, okay? Even if it might not feel like it, even if you feel like there's this separation between you. All right, and the other, I feel safer in silence, not knowing what to say. Maybe some of you don't want to confront this person about what you've seen. Maybe, you feel like this is your person. Maybe, this energy is you, where you're really working on bettering yourself right now, and your person is staying silent, but you know that in doing so, this is going to bring you guys closer. At the bottom of the deck, I still love you. All right, so even if you guys are in separation, even if you're going through some challenging times, all right, and somebody might need to take some time alone to sort of deal with these challenges, deal with all of these energies, deal with that sudden shakeup we read about, that Uranus square Venus. Something unexpected is going to come and feel like the rug has been pulled out from underneath you. All right, and that's this energy of I got spooked. One or both of you may feel that way. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some tarot and see what's going on here. All right, I just have to do something else right now. Please understand. I really feel like, this is your person, like getting back into their healthy habits. Like they could have, they could have sort of gone off track with, whatever their wellness is. If that's drinking, if that's food, if that's meditating, they just need to get back to, get back in alignment with themselves. Okay. And I feel like somebody, you don't want to talk about it if you guys are in communication. And then for others of you where, you don't know your twin here in the 3D, this silence is really, the reason for this silence, the reason for not being in union here is because there's something else that needs to be worked on. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get some more information about, I just have to do something else right now. Please try and understand. Lovers, twin flame connection. Yeah, so regardless of, of your situation, I mean, we're confirming here that, you know, this is your person. And remember, your person cannot be taken away from you. What is meant for you will always be with you. For those of you who are in a connection that, you know, maybe somebody, you know, you feel like, oh, somebody's going to take them away, or if I don't give them this space, you know, they're going to leave me. Remember, what is meant for you will always be yours, okay? Nobody's going to take that away. And that's sort of this reassurance here for whoever doesn't want to speak up, or maybe somebody who's, you know, is getting silence from the other end, you know, that this connection is very strong, okay? And then you get the Four of Cups in reverse. Yeah, so the Four of Cups in reverse is about not being emotionally available. And what's beautiful is that right now your person or this energy isn't emotionally available because there's something else that they have to work on, but that's not going to be forever. So please understand that. Please allow this space, okay? Allow for the space here. Just one more card, please, on this. All right, Nine of Wands, trials and tribulations. Yeah, so this is going to be difficult. This is a certain challenge, you know, and this connection is going through definitely a bit of a challenge here. While one person really has to focus on, again, health or their coin, or, you know, they've gotten off track somehow, but they still want you to know that they really do love you. And, you know, that, you know, there's every relationship, no matter how good it might be, is going to go through these trials and tribulations. Nine of Wands for me is also, you guys have been through so many lifetimes, and you've been through things that have been even much more difficult. I'm picking up, you guys have been through wars. You guys have been through, you know, like conquests, and, you know, really much more difficult periods of time in, you know, in human history together. Okay, so they're kind of like, you know, let me do this for now. Let me focus on self-mastery, on my self-care, on my abundance, on my coin, on my health. You know, we're strong enough to get through this, okay? And the energy of, I feel safer in silence. So again, this could be your energy, or it could be their energy. But somebody doesn't quite know what to say, or maybe are worried about rocking the boat, or they don't know, you know, if they say something, if it'll come out wrong. I feel like they don't even know how to process whatever this sort of shakeup is, or whatever the issue that is going on between you guys. Okay, and we get the Eight of Swords. Yeah, because somebody here is really, you know, they're trapped in their head. And I think you or your person, they know this. Okay, they're like, I know it, I'm feeling anxious, that's why I don't want to say anything, because, you know, I don't know which way is up or down until I work this out. You know, I'm gonna stay silent. All right, and then we get the Ten of Swords in reverse. Yeah, beautiful. So again, this, you know, this felt or feels like an ending, but, you know, I need to release this. You know, Swords energy is this overthinking, this poison. It's releasing, you know, it's being okay with, you know, endings and new beginnings. You know, this relationship, this connection might be going through an ending, through an up-leveling, okay, which is ultimately bringing a new beginning, okay, where the parties are healed, and, you know, in a higher state, you know, because it is all about this evolution and releasing this poison. I also feel like some of you are being triggered by some of your previous relationships that you've been in. You know, what does this say here at the bottom? It says painful ending, you know, and so I think whatever challenge that Uranus square Venus might be bringing us this week, you know, I think it's going to trigger you in ways that you're reacting to. You know, maybe you guys have been cheated on before, or maybe, you know, you went through a similar ending, and you may be projecting that might be this fear here that the same thing is going to happen. But there's this reassurance here that this is your twin flame connection. This is your other half. what is yours cannot be taken from you. All right. And so there's this sort of real need for strength here and understanding that, but also, you know, taking the time to really process that this connection isn't like your other connections. Okay. It's not ephemeral. It's not, you know, it's not fly by night, you know, it's not something, you know, what's yours can't be taken from you. And then you get the Nine of Pentacles, independence. So yeah, look at this. We get the Nine of Wands and we get the Nine of Pentacles. You know, this energy here, I feel like it's your person. Again, it could be your energy, needs to sort of work things out, needs to take a little break, needs to pull back, needs to be on their own to work on themselves, their self-mastery, okay, their, you know, their health, you know, whatever it might be. And the Nine of Pentacles is, you know, it's okay because this is what you're going to learn. You know, try to enjoy this time. Try to take this time for yourself as well, to work on yourself, you know, to build your coin, to work on your health regimen, to really, really align with yourself, you know, because sometimes when either we're single or we're in separation, we see it as a really bad thing. And, you know, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful time to really get in touch with your wants and your needs, you know, and it's a sacred time. And so, you know, so you're being, you know, I feel like your person is really asking you as well, you know, don't let this, you know, don't let this get to your head. Don't freak out. You know, this is a beautiful, beautiful time for you to really, you know, to be independent and to enjoy the time by yourself. Okay, and for some of you who are in union, you know, it's just about finding your independence within this connection, which is such a powerful and beautiful thing. All right, I got spooked. Okay, you get the Four, you get the Emperor in reverse, divine masculine. Yeah, so this Mars retrograding backdrop energy is this Emperor in reverse. You know, the Aries energy that we see in the Emperor in reverse, divine masculine, is going through a purge. This very well may be, you know, the masculine twin. Remember, we have both energies within, but in certain relationships we take, you know, the masculine or the feminine role. And yeah, and so this is also, you know, there's this pullback because of this, you know, detox, and because of this up leveling of the masculine. So the feminine twin here is really being asked to hold space for the masculine as he goes through this. Okay. All right, and then we get the Six of Wands in reverse, success and recognition. Yeah, so right now, you know, right now there isn't going to be, you know, we're going to go through some challenges, but this is just this period. You know, Mars retrograde ends on the 14th of November. Jupiter has already gone direct. Okay, so Jupiter is about expansion and wants to bring you luck and abundance and wants to bring you everything that you want. But since Jupiter is expanding and we have Mars retrograding, okay, and we also have Saturn still retrograding, what it's expanding is this frustration. So many of you guys are going to feel like things aren't going your way. You're going to feel that Five of Wands energy, this struggle, this strife, a sense of exhaustion, a sense of feeling like, you know, beaten and battered, obviously not physically, but sort of emotionally, trying to figure out what's going on, especially as we're getting this upgrade to our solar plexus chakra. Okay, so again, holding space, understand that this is going to be the energy for the next couple of weeks, months rather. So, you know, hang in there because it's all for the sake of our evolution. And this big shakeup that we're going to get with this Uranus energy, some of us in our relationships, this shakeup is really going to be for your benefit. Again, it may not be what you want. It might not feel like victory. It might not feel like, what you've been asking for, but Spirit wants to assure you that it is what you need. Okay, and then we get the King of Pentacles in reverse, so we get stable. Yeah, so again, there is some healing here that needs to take place. And I really feel like on both sides, it's really important that you guys focus on what brings you stability at this time outside of this connection, and really going back and going within, turning within to find that stability. So really paying attention to your health, your physical health, your spiritual health, your emotional health, okay? Using this Virgo energy that we have right now to to really to take ourselves into this higher state. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull some romance angels just to wrap this up. You guys, and it's beautiful because we have 9 and 9 coming out here, right? And remember, we did just go through the 999 portal, which is, bring about endings. It's the completion of a cycle, this purge and this detox. This is you releasing your old limiting beliefs that you have towards abundance, towards love, and what's been keeping you stuck in love. And this Virgo energy, 9 is the number of Hermit, 9 is the month of September. This is the time where you're going to get that laser focus and figure out, see this like a map to get where you want to go. Okay, especially with this connection, what needs to be done. Okay. All right, so we get retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Yep, so again, I know that this is going to spook some of you, but this person needs to pull back. Okay, needs to pull back. You guys may not be in much communication. If you guys are in union, you might feel this intense distance. Okay, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life, but this connection, you have to understand, sometimes this distance or this no communication or being in separation, we start freaking out and thinking, oh, this is never going to happen for me, or this, we're never going to repair this, or we're never going to come back together. And Spirit saying this is worth waiting for. Okay, not putting your life on hold, because this 9 of Pentacles energy is doing what's best for you. Okay. All right, and then you get heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So remember, on this side, the energy here was, I feel safer in silence. So while it's okay right now to maintain that silence, really working through this, really sort of figuring out what you need to say, how you feel, okay, is going to heal this connection. And when you guys do sort of come together, or when you're ready to have these heart-to-heart conversations, it's really going to help you guys come into alignment. Okay, so it's interesting, some of you guys are, not comfortable discussing your feelings. And that's something that, maybe because you're not even exactly sure how you're feeling, right? I mean, this can be quite a confusing time. So allow yourself the time to process and really figure out what it is you would like to express. Okay. All right. Final messages here. We have transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Absolutely. So this sort of separation that I'm picking up on here, or this lack of communication, or even emotional distance, or maybe you don't even know that your twin in this 3D right now, the work that you guys are doing, the soul growth that you guys are going through is allowing this relationship to deepen. Okay, it's allowing for this relationship to transform. A new beginning, a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Yes, so we have this 9-9 energy, completion of a cycle, so that something new, something more aligned can come in, okay, within this connection, right? So this healing, this self-mastery, raising yourself to this higher state of consciousness, okay, is going to mean a new beginning, a new cycle for you guys. And then we get sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. Yeah. Absolutely. You guys, this is a beautiful reading. There are some challenging energies that we're dealing with, but you guys are going to be just fine. Just breathe into it. Step into the flow. You know, there is this new beginning. For some of you, it's reconciliation. For some of you guys, it's coming into union, but understanding that there's work to be done while you're in separation. But this connection is worth waiting for. It's transforming at the soul, at the energetic level. All right, you guys, I love you. I hope you enjoyed this message, and I will see you next week.